Harrison County Jails. Debbie, can I help you?
Hey, Debbie. Yeah, we spoke last night. I'm trying to get in touch with Pam so that I can speak to the man with no name.
One moment. Harrison County Jail, this is Pam.
Hey, Pam. I'm trying to get in touch with the man that was, I believe it was taken off the streets 2 nights ago. He does not use a name.
He does not use a name.
Correct. I'd spoken to Debbie about this last night, and she said that...
Oh, she told me she talked to somebody about a guy who's here under a warrant.
Well, he doesn't he's not an attorney, so he does not represent the legal name or any kind of legal process like that.
Correct.
So unless he has overtly agreed to a legal name, then he's not involved in legal things.
You know what? I've been gone, and this is my first day back, so I really can't tell you a lot about what's going on, but it's my understanding that they identified him through fingerprint with that name.
Okay, that's what I figured might be the case. What has to happen is that he has to actually agree to represent that legal name on that birth certificate, and if he's not doing that, then the crime of personage is occurring. People cannot force a corporate entity, such as the name of the birth certificate, upon a living being without that living being's express consent. So has that happened?
Well, I tell you what, I'm not an attorney either, but he will be given an attorney. He would have to take that up with the attorney, and the attorney would have to represent that thought to the judge to see how the judge felt about it.
It's completely illegal to use legal names, and that's a legal fact. Birth certificates are high evidence of fraud. And what's going on here is the people that have apprehended him and the attorneys involved, they are attempting to access a bond to grab money. Mm-hmm. And the only way they can do that is by illegally personifying this man with that birth certificated name, or if that man were to consensually agree to represent that legal name. And so until that happens, what's going on here is this is an armed abduction. It's a kidnapping, and it needs to be resolved very quickly here because I know about this guy, and he's a family member, and he doesn't agree to legal things.
Okay,
he certainly hasn't done so in the past.
That we should do in order to resolve the situation?
Well, number one, I'd like to speak to him. And number two, if he's interested in leaving the jail, he needs to be leaving the jail.
Well, he actually hasn't stated that he would like to leave the jail, and he has access to a telephone nearly 12 hours a day, so he's free to call anybody he chooses.
And is there a cost to that?
Oh, no, I can't put him through on this phone. He has phones in the back where he's at.
Okay. Well, I need to have a communication with him. So how do we affect that outcome?
I could tell him that he needs to write you, or you could just write him a letter if he chooses not to call you. Every
second that he's in that jail is a breaking of the law. Have you ever heard of "Do not steal, thou shalt not steal"?
I have.
That's the law, and there's also another one called "Thou shalt bear no false witness." So these laws are being broken right now. And I'm not saying that you have done this. However, you are involved with people who have stolen a living being. Mm-hmm. And from what I've heard just in this conversation, there's an attempt to get this living being to bear false witness to a name that he does not own. That legal name is owned by a corporation. Mm-hmm. And that corporation's attorneys will not provide express written permission to use that name. That's their intellectual property that has a copyright on it. That man is trying to tell you folks this.
He's not telling me anything. I don't believe he's speaking to anybody.
Okay. Well, I have spoken to other people at the jail, and they've indicated that he has not agreed to that legal name.
Well, I don't know that he's agreed or disagreed. Sir, I have to be in court at 9:30, so Is there any chance you could call me back later?
Has this man hurt anybody?
I just got back. This
Uh-huh.
is my first day here. I've been here for 2 hours. He has not hurt anybody to my knowledge.
Okay, just imagine that your brother has been kidnapped. Okay, that's the urgency we're talking about here.
And I truly will listen to your story and do the best that I can for you, but I cannot do it now.
Okay,
Because no matter what you believe or what you live by, I live by the fact that if I don't appear in court when the judge says I should, that he will throw me in jail. Okay?
actually, he can only throw the legal name that you illegally use in jail, and then you have to represent that name, and there's the false witness. If you represent a legal name that is not yours, which no legal name is, then you're bearing false witness.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take that up with you when you call back later today, because I'm going to go ahead and appear in court just as I was ordered to do so. Thank you.